right, we are live for Game 2 here in Phoenix, Arizona at Ability 360 between University of Michigan and the Ability 360 Heat. We're live with 6:54 remaining in the first. Ability 360 leading 2-0. On the court for University of Michigan, Dr. Okunlami, or Oluwafemi Okunlami, number 33. We got Brian Elliott, number 15. Dave Mengen, number 11. And Paul Sullivan, number 7. University of Michigan now on the board here in the first quarter. 5:35 remaining. Ability 360 leads with a score of 5-1, now to be 6-1. On the floor for University of Michigan, we have number 11, Dave Mengen, number 33, Oluwafemi Okunlami, number 7, Paul Sullivan, and number 15, Brian Elliott. Timeout called by Dave Mengen on behalf of University of Michigan. 5:19 to play. University of Michigan being represented by several staff members this tournament. Staff members at the University of Michigan and Michigan Medicine. Staff member Jason Sandor works for Michigan Medicine. Number 5, Chuck Aoki, also serves as head coach of the UM wheelchair rugby team. Brian Elliott, number 15, is our community program coordinator for Adaptive Sports and Fitness, manages our Adaptive Sport and Inclusive Recreation Initiative, and our newly founded equipment loan program. And of course, our beloved director, Dr. Oluwafemi Okunlami, Director of Student Accessibility and Accommodation Services. Excitingly, next season we will be welcoming, at the very least, one student athlete that will be joining the UM wheelchair rugby team. Student athlete McKenna Woodhead joining us, who will be pursuing a graduate degree in the School of Kinesiology and Sports Management. McKenna Woodhead being both a wheelchair rugby athlete and wheelchair tennis athlete. Another dual sport talent that will be joining us at University of Michigan. McKenna recently being identified within the talent pool for USA wheelchair rugby. So we we are excited to have her join us. But to bring our attention back to the game at hand, we're here at Ability 360 and timeout called by Michigan here. 7-1 in the first quarter of play, 4:43 remaining. Head coach Chuck Aoki addressing the group. Rolls in for a try to make it 7-2. Ability 360 makes her way down the court to make it 8-2. Busy day for University of Michigan Adaptive Sports and Fitness. While we play 3 wheelchair rugby games here today in Phoenix, Arizona, back home we're just as busy. We're operating a sitting volleyball clinic and drop-in session at the Intramural Sports Building on Central Campus. That will be operating from 12 to 2 p.m. today. Open to all Rec Sports members and University of Michigan students. Will be led by Erica Barker from Adaptive Sports and Fitness. In addition to that, if that does not make us busy enough, we also are cooperatively leading the I'm an Athlete 2 Lower Peninsula Track and Field Clinic in Ypsilanti, Michigan. At Lincoln Consolidated Schools. It's in partnership with I'm an Athlete 2 with the goal of increasing participation in high school adaptive track and field. Started by one of our very own students, Maria Valle, several years ago when she herself was a high school wheelchair track athlete advocating for change within the Michigan High School Athletic Association. So busy day as we embark upon programming that includes wheelchair rugby, sitting volleyball, and wheelchair track all in the same day. Score is 8-3 in the first here with 3:42 remaining. On the floor for University of Michigan, number 9 Adam Kavanaugh, number 11 Dave Mengen, number 25 Jason Sandor, and number 15 Brian Elliott set up in their defensive position. Brian Elliott receives a penalty for leaving the court. He will go off to the sin bin. That will give Ability 360 a 1-player advantage until they score a try. Some hard defense, but ultimately the Heat get through for a try.
Double, he's still in the box. Double, let's go.
Jason Sandor looking to make something happen. Long pass to Adam Kavanaugh, who receives that on the move. Adam is able to maintain control despite the heavy coverage. And in spite of the player disadvantage, playing 3 against 4, Michigan is able to get across for a try, making it a score of 9-4. Ryan Elliott still in the box. Yep. Alright, we're back in action here. Adam Kavanaugh earns himself a trip to the penalty box, so Adam and Brian can have a grand old time there, while Dave and Jason continue to play on court. Some kind of confusion back in the penalty box area as Brian was trying to re-enter. Some confusion out there on court. We'll get it straightened out. 9-4 is the score with 2:19 remaining in the first. Michigan with 3 players back on the court as Brian makes his way back in from the penalty box, but being picked out by an ability defender. Adam Kavanaugh still in the box. Ability goes in for the score, makes it 10-4. Adam's now back into play, and we're back to even strength, 4v4. Adam Kavanaugh on the inbound to Dave, and Dave progressing up the floor. Untouched with a clear path, thank you to Adam. And it's a score of 10-5 with 1:56 remaining in the first. .130 left in the first. Ability 360 score leads with a score of 11-5. Dave Mengen circling around looking for an opportunity to advance the ball, and he will call a timeout.
Yellow, number 11.
1:18 remaining in the first. Michigan calls a timeout. Score is 11-5 for ability 360. Adam Kavanaugh to inbound the ball to Dave Mengen. Dave mentioned looking for an opening, but ability 360 playing a heavy press. Jason able to control the ball, but not with enough time to advance. 12-second violation by Michigan will result in a turnover. 1 minute and 5 remaining. 11-5 for ability 360. They will inbound the ball following the turnover. And number 14 from the Heat able to find an opening and score. 12-5. Adam to Dave on the inbound pass. Dave, making his way up court, is able to juke out the defender. Continues to find a clear path and burns up the wing. In for the try, 12-6. 34 seconds remaining as the ball comes back into play. A couple of Michigan defenders behind the play, but Jason comes in with a nice hit. And that'll be the first. 13-6 in favor of ability 360. Michigan will look to regroup here and strategize and make some adjustments coming into the second quarter. Phoenix, Arizona, and Ability 360 for third quarter action between the University of Michigan Wolverines and the Ability 360 Heat. We will be right back with more live stream coverage after taking care of this equipment issue. For now, we will display the scoreboard. live stream coverage. Pardon the interruption there, just dealing with some equipment difficulties. Ability 360 leads with a score of 37-21. 2:27 remaining here in the third. Ability 360 scores, making it 38-21. Miscalculated pass there between Sully and Dave. That results in an easy score for Ability 360, 39-21. 2:16 remaining in the third. Dave and Sully advance up court to greet Ogunlami and Brian Elliott. Menjin and Ogunlami working together on one side, Sully and Elliott on the other. Dave crosses across court with a wide open seal, going for the try. 39-22, 1:54 remaining in the third. Ability 360 finds a connection there to break through the opening, results in a try. 40-22, 1:40 remaining. Sully to go down for the inbound. On the court right now for Michigan, Paul Sullivan, Dave Menjin, Dr. Fermi Ogunlami, and Brian Elliott. Ogunlami dribbles as he finds Dave rushing up the court. Dave is denied, but throws a bullet of a pass to Paul Sullivan, able to get a hold of that and get in for the try. Dave with a little bit of smile there as he knows he put on a little bit of extra pepper on that pass. Two-on-one situation here for Ability 360, but quickly develops into 2-on-1 for Michigan. Nearly force a turnover. Two-on-one situation here with Ogunlami defending. Ability 360 is going to regroup here and burn a little bit of extra clock on the play. They're able to connect on the pass. 50 seconds remain in the third, 41-23 in favor of 360. Bit of an unforced error there by Michigan. Perhaps a miscommunication out there on court. They're back on defense now. Closest to us, Brian Elliott, then Ogunlami, then Dave Menjin, and on the far cone, defending the box, Paul Sullivan. Ability 360 burning up the clock here. 18 seconds remaining in the third, and they will commence their attack. Great defense, and we're able to hold them off, just not long enough with 1.5 seconds remaining on the clock. Michigan will eat up the rest of the time. And that concludes the third. Score is 42-23 in favor of the 360 Ability Heat. And with a Eastern time currently of a little bit of 4:15, that brings the I'm an Athlete 2 Lower Peninsula Track Clinic to a official close. successful turnout. You can follow the progress and all that came of the track and field clinic by following I Am an Athlete 2 on Facebook and on Instagram. Follow the growth of this movement as they are missioned with the task of growing wheelchair track and field and adaptive track and field at the high school level in Michigan. Thank you to all those that committed the work back home to put on a successful clinic, including guest star Team USA wheelchair track athletes Sarconi for coming in to lead some wheelchair track knowledge and coaching for the athletes at the clinic. Michigan looking to make some adjustments as we head into the fourth, 42-23 here at Ability 360, Phoenix, Arizona. Score is, to start the fourth, 42-23. Action here. Ability 360 punches first. Make it 44-23. PG to Ogunlami on the inbound. Starting for us in the fourth quarter. We got Ogunlami 33, Brian Elliott 15, Dave Mention number 11, and Paul Garrett number 13. PG 13. Off the Michigan turnover, that's a good try for Ability 360, extends their lead. They're now in charge, 44-23. This is game 2 of a 5-game series between the University of Michigan and Ability 360. Dave Mengen in for the score. As I was saying, game 2 of a 5-game series between Ability 360 and University of Michigan. Game 1 took place this morning between the two Division I squads, currently ranked number 4 and 5 in the country for Division I in wheelchair rugby, battling it out to finalize power rankings and C's for nationals coming up in about 1 month's time. We saw a close contest between the two Division I teams this morning. Ultimately, victory was in favor of Ability 360, defending their home court here in Arizona, putting them in a 1-0 lead of this 5-game homestand for them. Game 2 is currently in favor of Ability 360, 45-24. This one being a contest between our Division 2-3 teams. Dave Mengen, assisted by Paul Garrett, in for the score, brings it to 45-25. margin there, but Okanlami gets free and is able to take care of business, get across for a try. Now it's our turn to play some defense. Dr. O comes in with a hit, trying to poke the ball free, is unable to get good access. Ability 360 takes advantage of the aggressive defense from Michigan, goes in for an easy score. Michigan caught in deep. Okanlami calls for the inbound. Brian Elliott will stay up court. 47-26 for Ability 360. Michigan with the inbound from Okanlami. Okanlami looking for an open receiver to inbound the ball. Is able to find Dave Benjamin with a pretty high lofty pass. Illegal entry to the court by Okanlami, as explained by the official. That will result in a turnover and possession for Ability 360. 5:43 remaining in the fourth. Ball is inbounded to a number 35 from the Heat, as Michigan sets up in their defensive stance. Inbound is to Dave Benjamin. Paul Garrett leading the way, clearing up room for Dave, who gets stopped at half here. Okanlami comes rushing in. Beautiful pass. Great connection between Dave and Dr. O. Dr. O gets in for the score. Good heads-up play, good vision up the court. Michigan again playing very aggressive defense here, trying to force a turnover. But that results in a lot of open room for Ability 360 heading the other way. Dave connects with Okanlami on the breakout play. Okanlami, a little shovel pass. He's picked off. Ability 360 now with the ball. Despite the heavy pressure, they're able to connect and go in for the score, while we have some action here. 50-27 is the score in favor of Ability 360. Paul Sullivan waiting for his cue to come on court. Before that substitution takes place, though, we still have some action on court. Dave headmans a pass to Dr. O, who's able to just get there. But is smothered by the defense. It's a little give and go action. Back to Dave Mengen, who's able to find an opening thanks to number 13, Paul Garrett, making that space for Dave to score. Substitution coming in. Paul Sullivan is coming in onto the court. Paul Sullivan will be substituting for Paul Garrett, Paul 13 Garrett. Sullivan, number 7, coming in to the match with 4:08 remaining. On the court now for Michigan, Brian Elliott, 15, Okanlami, 33, Mengen, 11, and Sullivan, 7. University of Michigan Adaptive Sports and Fitness is excited to be here all weekend in Phoenix for wheelchair rugby action in a 5-game series against the Ability 360 Heat. It's been a busy spring for us in the last several weeks. No try here. As always, it's been a busy spring with many competitions and back-to-back weekends. We had a wheelchair basketball tournament in Nashville a few weeks ago with our Division III wheelchair basketball team. That will mark the end of the NWBA season for our wheelchair basketball team, but still with games to play at home, with games coming up on the schedule against Michigan State and East Lansing, as well as the Michigan Cup, the inaugural edition of the Michigan Cup, which will be a round-robin tournament between the colleges within the state of Michigan that have wheelchair basketball teams. The Michigan Cup will feature competition between Michigan State, University of Michigan, and St. Clair County Community College. This year's Michigan Cup will be hosted in Port Huron, Michigan at the SC4 campus. Also home to the annual Wolverine Invitational. The Michigan Cup is going to be played between the three colleges, SC4, Michigan State, and University of Michigan, to crown a champion in the state of Michigan for collegiate wheelchair basketball. So still a lot to play for our teams back home on the Michigan wheelchair basketball front. Wheelchair tennis just competed at the Cajun Classic in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. A level 1 USTA tournament, one of the largest draws in the country, as well as featuring professional ITF players. The University of Michigan came home with several victories to account for, including an A singles victory by Christopher Kelly and a C singles victory by Eric Besniks. We are in action in our third weekend of back-to-back-to-back competitions. However, this weekend featuring our wheelchair rugby team here in Phoenix, Arizona. And in 2 weeks' time, our track and field team will embark upon its first outdoor meet of the season. The track and field team has been training all season long, absolutely starving for some competition. They will also be coming down to Arizona, but instead will be in Tucson at the University of Arizona campus for a very large and integrated track and field meet that will be inclusive of people with and without disabilities. Fun fact, the track and field meet being hosted here at University of Arizona will also serve as a qualifier for NCAA Outdoor National Championships for wheelchair track. University of Michigan's very own Maria Valle was among the top 8 athletes that qualified last year for the first ever integration of wheelchair track at NCAA Outdoor Nationals, which took place in Tracktown, USA, Eugene, Oregon, at historic Hayward Field. The competition will happen again at historic Hayward Field in Eugene, Oregon. And as mentioned, the qualifier will be taking place at University of Arizona a couple of weeks from now. Maria Valle will be looking to make this back-to-back qualifications and appearances at the NCAA National Championship. Last year, marking the occasion and celebrating the occasion with a personal best and 7th place finish in the entire country for the intercollegiate division for women in the 100 meter. As always, it's a very busy springtime for University of Michigan Adaptive Sports and Fitness, as all of our sports are in full flux. Wheelchair basketball, wheelchair tennis, wheelchair rugby, and track and field. But new on the menu, new on the horizon for University of Michigan Adaptive Sports and Fitness is para-powerlifting. The first time that this sport will be featured as part of the portfolio of adaptive sports and fitness at the University of Michigan. Para-powerlifting will make its debut at the Great Lakes Games, hosted by one of our favorite partners in the Midwest, GLASA, the Great Lakes Adaptive Sports Association. Our newly appointed adaptive strength and conditioning head coach, Abby Phillipson, will be head coaching the para-powerlifting team, which features several of our athletes that you all know and love and are familiar with, as well as some new athletes that are specializing and focusing in para-powerlifting. Great Lakes Games is always an event we greatly look forward to on the track and field calendar. But beyond just track and field, they host para-swimming, para-powerlifting, and other sports as well. So we're excited to be officially launching and unveiling our new para-powerlifting program. The only one, in fact, in the intercollegiate space in the United States. So if you're interested in pursuing para-powerlifting, please contact us at University of Michigan Adaptive Sports and Fitness. We would be happy to have you. We're a program that's also friendly to dual sport and tri-sport athletes, with many of our program members playing multiple sports across multiple seasons. 1:15 remaining here in the fourth. Ability 360 takes a lead of 57 to 32. We have one more game to play today. That will take place this afternoon, approximately 2:30 Mountain Standard Time, which will be approximately 5:30 Eastern Standard Time. We hope you can tune in for more action as... Oh wow, what a beautiful give and go between Paul Sullivan and Dave Mengen. Beautiful little give and go play as they advance up the court. You can see the chemistry shining through after many, many hours of practice together. Mark that one down for the highlight reel. Dave Mengen, with the back-to-back highlight reel plays there, forces a turnover and a quick score. Adaptive Sports and Fitness, reporting live from Phoenix, Arizona at Ability 360. 45 seconds remaining in the match here. Second of a 5-game series between Michigan and the 360 Heat. Full day of Adaptive Sports and Fitness, no matter where you are. Well, as long as you're in Michigan or in Arizona. Back home, we wrapped up our Lower Peninsula Adaptive Track and Field Clinic for high school students looking to grow wheelchair track in the state of Michigan. We also hosted a sitting volleyball clinic at the Intramural Sports Building. And to continue the action, we're here live with wheelchair rugby in Phoenix, Arizona, in the southwestern United States. Dave Mengen with the ball, avoids the over and back with a quick dump pass to Paul Sullivan. Sullivan looking for an opening, is heavily guarded by Ability 360. But the clock will run out on Paul Sullivan before he's able to find an opening to score. And that will conclude Game 2 of this 5-game series between Michigan and the Ability 360 Heat. A final score of 58 to 34 in favor of the home team. Our team will look to regroup for Game 3 as our Division I team will be taking the court again. Big congratulations to the valiant effort of Paul Garrett, Oaken Lamy, Jason Sandor, Matt Hollywood Milstead, Paul Sullivan, Adam Kavanaugh, Brian Elliott, Dave Mengen, and head coach, Team USA captain Chuck Aoki. And thank you again to Ability 360 for hosting us this weekend for a series of high contact, fast-paced wheelchair rugby as both of our teams get ready for Division I Nationals in 1 month's time. Game 2, 58 to 34 for Ability to 360. We will now take a pause for some lunch, some well-earned nourishment, and we'll be back for Game 3 in about an hour's time. Thank you for tuning in. This is University of Michigan Adaptive Sports and Fitness. Go Blue.